¿Dónde está la estación?
Oh shit, let's go. Oh my lord. La neta. Lower that. Yeah. Hey, there we go. That's still pretty loud. Hello everybody, oh my god. Damn, I have no plan. Oh wait, I do have plans. It's literally freaking written out on the fucking stream title. Oh, I feel like nobody knows who H3H3 is. Wait long. And let me hide that. Oh, there we go. Alright. Good morning, everybody. And how do I say this? Plan for today is kind of simple. I'm just gonna start off with another React content, I guess. Not I guess, it is actually React content, and I like goddamn. I just saw this like 2 days ago. H3H3 dropped a video. Let me just pull that up real quick. Here we go. Right here. Content Nuke, Hassan Piker. I feel like no one knows either of these content creators, at least not in the sphere that I'm in. Well, lucky for you, I know both of them. That's why I've decided to like react, cover, introduce who these people are to you guys. How do I say this? Okay, H3H3. Where did I first see him? I feel like I first saw H3H3. Okay, H3H3 is the name of his YouTube channel, right there. But his real name is like Ethan. Or something. I don't know what's his real name. First time I've ever seen Ethan was like in what was his name? The pink guy. Oh, Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank, maybe? Wait long. Let me check. Filthy Frank and Ethan Klein. Yeah, I think Ethan Klein is his name. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, right here. They collabed a bunch. No, not the ravioli.
How you doing? You look pretty good. What's your name? I'm Ethan.
I'm Frank.
Nice to see you. You look great. You look great.
So this is Ethan. That's the H3H3 guy. So he released like you know what? Let's watch this video first then.
Show you a good night on the town. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Really good night. I'm gonna fucking tear that ass up.
Sorry, I have a boyfriend already.
Oh yeah, you got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm the Pope, bitch. You broke as hell. One night.
No, thank you.
Man, all right, I see how it is. I guess you're just not interested in any of my raviolis then, huh?
Wait a minute. I didn't know about the ravioli.
Oh, you like that? Chef Boyardee, huh? You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Beef, ravioli, tomato, and meat sauce? You like that? Huh? That gets you so salivating, doesn't it? No. None for you, you ravioli-digging whore.
Wait, I find that funny. It's so stupid.
Don't mind.
Wait, come on now.
Half of this could have been yours.
I didn't know about the ravioli. That was. Now things are different.
You're just like every other woman. I know exactly. All the women just want my raviolis. They don't actually care about being with a cool, good guy like me who respects women. You fucking whore.
No,
come on.
no,
The food was nice. The food was nice.
This shit's right, boy.
There goes another one. Can I get some of that?
You want this?
Yeah.
Fuck no. You're a ravioli digging whore. Here, you want your raviolis?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Well.
This content is not for everybody. Oh bad.
Only the good ones get a bite of my raviolis. So tell me about yourself.
Well.
What do you like to do?
I went to Arizona State University.
Mm-hmm. That's a good school.
You know, two white parents.
It's a good school.
I'm in a sorority. A really loud one.
Nice.
We don't understand volume.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of clapping.
What do you major in?
Ravioli.
That's a good major there, huh? Arizona?
Culinary arts, yeah.
Chef Boyardee. Majored in Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, thanks for being a good sport. We're just doing a little prank here about ravioli digging whores. I didn't mean to make you. Here you go, man.
Thanks.
That's for your troubles.
You got him.
Thanks.
Got him good.
Thanks for being a good sport. You'll find someone. You're a sweet girl. You'll find someone. You'll find someone to.
And as long as you got some of that ravioli, you'll find anybody.
I'm set. Have a great day. You're beautiful.
Merry Christmas.
Don't let everyone tell you you're not beautiful. You're a lovely girl. People like you a lot.
Thanks, Shouty.
There's the people in the background. They're just that. So stupid. So fucking stupid. Oh man. Anyways, this is how I knew him. Of him just like collabing with like Filthy Frank. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really like know him or seek his content a lot. So pretty much it. I think it's just some guy doing some content. So anyways, let's head back to for the second one. I guess I did not introduce. I guess I could just go and explore their like they probably have Wikipedia pages. Ethan Klein. These guys are like fucking big. Like they have millions of subscribers. So H3H3. He has his own wiki. That's crazy. So Ethan Klein, host of the H3 podcast. First found fame in whom he hosts an After Dark show. Okay. Personal life, blah blah. Went to school. Okay. Met his wife. Okay. Klein's 2 sons. Okay. YouTube channel in the name of okay. 3 backwards E. 2017. Ang tagal na pala niya mga so fucking long now. He's been in the business for almost a decade. Jesus Christ. Anyways. There's even listed controversy. NRA convention joke. I don't know what this is. NRA. So this guy has been cancelled a lot of time. Ooh, National Rifle Association. Okay. In May 2022, was suspended. His channel's joke on the air that someone should have bombed the conservative NRA convention. Gun control is very yeah. And here's the second guy that we're gonna also fucking like study or like get to know. Get to know Hassan Piker. He also did channel strike in 1 week suspension following the comments directed at the Jewish conservative political commentator Ben Shapiro. If you know Ben Shapiro, you should not be liking this guy. Ben gets in the it's mentioned that the channel was supervised. Yeah, no, that's bad. Oh no, he should not have said that. Wanted a few white supremacists lobbied YouTube to suspend me. Jewish dual citizen of Israel and US. Anti-Semitism. This one was I knew this one. The QT apology to QT Cinderella, where I think no Ethan Klein QT Cinderella. So I think basically the context here, the thing that happened here is that the girl QT Cinderella, I feel like I've mentioned her in like in the past stream that uh uh that I think on that one react video that we watched, yeah, she owns that channel, and yeah, she owns the channel. She's the host of like Streamer Awards. And basically what happened here is here for context is at the time, I don't know what year that was, that they discovered she big discovered that there have been AI leaks uh of her likeliness, or actually AI generated pornographic material of her being spread around in the internet. This was back when AI was like being uh like ridiculed. I mean, it's still being ridiculed, but it was at the height of that. No, at the height of that discussion of AI, and this is where uh she was like figure she found out through a close friend of her that there has not really found out, or like I can't explain the drama well enough, that because I was not there, but I did, like I was in the I was what do you call this, parang nasa vicinity ako. I just heard of it. I was like, oh, I remember this is what happened. So basically AI pornographic materials was being spread around here, and she went on stream to discuss her, like her her worries, her woes, and which led to this incident with Mr. Ethan Klein.
Why? Why? What is going on with you?
I know, sorry, don't mind me.
Feel bad that he's like,
If you are able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of
What is
okay, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad that he laughed at that. I mean, even at before.
What is going on with you?
I know, sorry, don't mind me.
How do you call this? Even before the chestnut. I know that fucking the song. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at her. Okay, I'm laughing at the song. Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna get canceled. But anyways, he was already like being geared towards that laughing. I think that's what people was like maybe pointing out, and then the clip the clip of just Anouk singing chestnuts.
If you are able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of
What is
being seen sexually,
Yeah, so this was really bad because the situation here is that QT Cinderella was like explaining that how that how that how what she was going through, and how why does she have to be the one responsible for reporting this AI pornographic material of her, instead of it just being automatically removed. And by what I mean, her being responsible for it, she needed to uh the websites that was hosting the AI images or the materials are she had to sue them, or she basically had to like uh basically sue them and take them down off the internet. And yeah, and in like in parang in a normal setting, this should not, of course, yes, this should be uh how do you call this, she has a very legitimate concern that yes, this should not be the responsibility of the person that's being like harassed or being like sexualized on the internet is. And it sucks that people in the internet are pigs, and horrible people, and but we're not really let's going down on that issue and focus on Ethan, where Ethan reaction triggered a lot of people's backlash. A lot of backlash came out of this because Beauty Cinderella was actually addressing some very, very important things that needed to be addressed, and then tumawa siya. It's just kind of bad. It was bad. It was really bad.
You're a monster, dude.
You guys are crazy.
Why did you do that?
Zach, what the fuck, bro?
Some of them were not amused, as you can see.
You're evil. You're fucking evil.
So, anyways, I don't know how long this is. Or what
Dude,
happened.
What the
Should
fuck, bro?
I watch it? Maybe I should just speed it up.
What is going on here?
I'm just speechless, dude.
The back speed.
Get it out of your system, because I know this is.
Yikes.
Yeah, some
was
of them
insane.
clearly was
They're not benefiting, they're
uncomfortable.
not selling it, they're not platforming it themselves. If you are able to look at that, you are the problem. You see women as an object. You should not be okay doing that. And it should not be a part of my job to have to pay money to get this stuff taken down. It should not be part of my job to be harassed, to see pictures of me nude spread around. It should not be something that is found on the internet. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a part of my job. And the fact that it is exhausting. And the person that made that website, I'm going to fucking sue you. I promise you. With every part of my soul, I'm going to fucking sue you. That's all I have to say. I know I shouldn't have gone live,
I support her,
but I couldn't do it.
and I know it sucks, but the legal aspect, as horrible as it is how stuff changes. That sucks. That like people.
How
like
is
have to
there
do it.
nothing against it? Like, it's just
It's
new.
like back it again. It makes me think of the revenge porn. It was totally legal when this website was made. Again, I'm going back to this documentary on Netflix called "The Most Hated Person on the Internet" or something, and he had this website called "Is Anyone Up?" and it was explicitly for the purpose of revenge porn, sharing revenge porn.
So yeah, I don't think we have to go and watch the whole thing. So basically, that's what happened. His reaction was received very negatively. I feel like, Klein immediately received critical responses from his own crew, including Sam, who was visibly upset. Yeah, I think Sam was the girl that was not actually was not laughing. After a moment, he apologized for the QB. Okay, nevertheless, the clip went viral, prompting Klein to issue a full apology in Ludwig. Through DMs and publicly following the incident, is the button which allows Klein, allowing them to erase the 30 seconds footage. Ooh, wait. Following the incident, with the podcast crew purchased a button which allows Klein or a producer Dan to have live stream on a 30-second delay, allowing them to erase the last 30 seconds footage from the live stream before it airs. This is the goal. Then strikes or backlash, and has been affected thus far. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it on his wiki. So he's been a pretty much controversial figure in the internet space. So let's go ahead to is H3H3. Oh shit. H3H3 Nuke. Content Nuke. Content Nuke. Here we are. Oh, it's a fucking hour. Oh god, it's an hour. That's crazy. It's an hour long. So let's cover and let's go over who Hassan Piker is. This man is very famous, infamous on the side of the political sphere of content creation. So this man, I watch this man, Hassan Dogan. I don't read Turkish. Hassan. Previously worked as a broadcast journalist and a producer at the Young Turks and a columnist at the HuffPost. So this man is, past was he's a journalist. Okay. I did not know that. I'm just like, I watch him on stream a lot. So yeah, his career is he worked for the Young Turks. That's the Young Turks is I think from what I know is a progressive populist progressive news commentary show. Yeah. They become a host for this or Hassan created a show on the network. Okay. Hassan first appeared on H3 podcast in August 7, 2020. I mean, okay, so they had. I like how there's like, oh wait, this is no H3's wiki. I was like, I like how there's like a connection between these two. I wonder why. It's because anyway, so they have history with each other. They've had fucking debates. I hate debates on the ethics of promoting gambling. Okay, they've collabed. And then Frenemies, Ethan T's the new collaborative podcast. Blah blah blah. Okay. So that's how they're connected to each other. But looking at Hassan Piker, he is I don't know if he's famous in like in our area or in the Philippines or actually this one. But I know him because I have nothing to do. I've been watching this man for like 2 years or 3, I think. And most of his content revolves around leftist politics, covering news, as we saw on the H3 wiki. He was a journalist. I think he's still a journalist right now because he does political commentary, reaction on various American various news, actually worldwide news. He covered the news about Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, and Russia, and all the fucking shitstorm that's happening in America, especially now that uh uh the new president is Donald Trump. So he does a lot of things. Why do I watch him? I don't know. I'm there just to understand what the fuck is up in the States, basically. Because in my head, if in my head, how I see USA as a country is it's basically, let's say it plainly, it's a superpower. It's a big country. It's the most powerful country. I'm not sure if this is actually true. This is a basis of nothing burger. But all I know is that America is a very powerful country. Its influence is overstretching overstretching its bounds. So it has a bunch of influences on different countries. You know, like America is so powerful that it has a lot of say in a lot of Asian countries, especially Southeast Asian countries like the Philippines. I mean, not only the Philippines, but including the Philippines. Not that I know a lot of it, but I feel like I have enough insight to make this assumption that America is a not so savory place. Not the actual country, of course. The politics, the people that's running the government, the things that's happening there is kind of concerning. And if America is what I am saying, a very powerful country, what I feel like it's safe for me to assume that it's powerful enough to eventually influence the decisions of several other weaker countries, much like our country. I feel like I'm not wrong in that assumption. So, but regardless, let's not get into politics. I mean, we are getting into politics because because it's about us and him being. I don't really know what's in the fucking video, but we're gonna watch it. Enough about Hassan. Let's watch the let's watch the let's watch the video. We're the thing that we wanted to watch in the first place. That Takeshi 69, he's now broke like a church mouse reportedly. Yeah, fuck it. Never mind, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna do one news at a time, okay? Alright, so let's watch this first. And then maybe we'll get to
The world would not be the same.
I have not watched this video,
Two people,
but I do know that people are like not
Few people
so fond
cried.
of this.
most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita.
Not much. A lot of people have already watched this video and they didn't really like it.
Takes on his multi-armed
Or at
form
least the people I watched
and
didn't
says,
like it.
"Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
We think the Houthi Ansar Allah is doing what
Fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dogs. Why am I held accountable? God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday to you. I'm cooked.
That's very Hassan. That's a funny intro. This video kind of reminds me of like Content Cop. Like, if you guys know who, just kind of reminds me. I'm at the cusp of the video and I'm already assuming that it's kind of Content Cop. Like content. It's like iDubbbz's usual content where he calls out fucking content creators, but he doesn't do that anymore because he had a realization. So anyways, let's keep watching.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hassan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
Oh, hi there. It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein. It's been a while since we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all boys. I've lost 100 pounds, and I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys too. Actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should bomb.
That's the fucking.
Oh yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that? That we love America and everything she stands for.
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down.
And marching bands, a pride that only
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
That's America. That's
What is that?
America to me.
In America, communism stands for.
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize and endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down.
And marching bands, a pride that only
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
That's America.
Why did I laugh like that?
That's
funny.
America to me.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hassan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game.
Now he said video game. Okay, guys, calm down.
I'm sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
and of course,
He's so angry, dude. He's so angry. He's so stupid.
The Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
There is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just gonna say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets.
Jesus Christ. Alright,
He
we
presents
just
himself as someone like me, a left-leaning
we literally fucking went through that, but anyways.
Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem. That was until this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you
What
want?
is the idea that
you
people
guys, like,
are
just-
looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists?
Okay. I am already like seeing some like inconsistencies in what he's trying to say, but I'll let him cook a little bit. But let's spread something.
There's that many radical communists? Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it.
And then this happened. This comment from Hassan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education.
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough.
Okay, re-education camps? Is that disturbing? So yes, as you mentioned, he did have a what do you call this? Like a relationship or a content relationship, not content relationship. Basta they had a show together called The Leftovers. The Leftovers. H3H. Wait. H3H3. So, here we go. The Leftovers. And let's look at the so this is the show. As you can see. Very cool, very fancy. And we can see here, right? Like they have 39 episodes where they discuss a bunch of news. I personally I did not watch really this podcast of theirs because I think I was a little bit too late when I started like parang getting in the freaking in the fucking basically the leftovers were basically almost over before I started watching Hassan, and I didn't know that they had like a podcast together, right? And shit. Yeah. So overall they have like a lot of episodes here, like 39 it says here on this playlist. And oh no, 39, not 39, but a lot of episodes. And thinking that, assuming that these guys have the contents that like centered around in the podcast is all about leftist questions, leftist ideas, leftist leaning conversations and news, and he chose Hassan to be like his partner in this podcast. And from what he's saying here, that he thought from the clip that was sourced or he presented here, that he thought that Hassan was more of a sock them, which is I don't know what like the intricacies of political I don't know it deep enough for me to be able to like differentiate what the differences of a sock them and a communist is, but clearly they're not the same. I know they're not the same. I know the basic. I know they're not the same.
About like what the fuck do you
What
want,
is the idea that
you guys
people
like
are
just,
looking for?
you guys are all like radical communists? There's that many radical communists? Suck it, chat.
Like if he's known like Mr. Hassan Piker for a very, very long time, he would have known that he's not a sockdown. All of the things that they've talked about, all of the ideas, the news, and the everything that Hassan stands for, he would know. And I don't really get why he's saying that he didn't realize that he was a commie. They're little commie, little fucking dirty commie.
Deal with it. And then this happened. This comment from Hassan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education.
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hassan was...
I don't get it. I don't know why that's a red flag. Re-education camps? With that? Is it because of because it's strictly tied towards communism? Man, I don't really get it. Why people fear communism? I don't understand.
carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like
So
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like That's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and took over.
China unilaterally took over Tibet.
Like these are
their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that. Yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that...
It's not a death camp. They were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay, I saw this crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No, no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with
that one is like Shen Yun.
They're like,
Falun
we can
Gong.
get you an organ from a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how, like, okay, well, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like, all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes in Xinjiang, and now it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a US research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hassan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America Bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hassan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
And then this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning, where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hassan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hassan was seemingly okay with this.
Can you, do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you have
I just opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, "Who the fuck is this child? Cold, arrogant,
Ethan,
as fuck."
I love you, but there's
Don't you
only so
moderate?
much I
And
can
how
do.
can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking
Ethan, I love you, but there's
freaks
only
talking
so
shit
much
about
I can
Matt?
do if you're
Like,
making that argument. You know that, right? Like
Hassan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat. And I thought that was fucked up. Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do, especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hassan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even. Yeah. Okay. Like.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets.
Yeah. We're on like spicy ground. I shouldn't really be talking about this, but in basing on the things that Ethan has showed, incriminating Hassan about how he doesn't care about the deaths or the rapes that happened in October 7th. So October 7th, let's just do a little reminder of what that is. So October 7th was when a terrorist group, war between Israel and Palestine militants, especially Hamas and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. October began when they launched a land, sea, air, and sea assault and from the Gaza Strip. October 7th attack resulted in more than 1,200 deaths, primarily Israeli citizens, making it the deadliest day for Israel since its independence. More than 240 were taken hostages. Okay, so a lot of people passed away and a lot of things happened during that day. But from what I am aware, I think I was also watching some of his streams during that time. It was fucking depressing as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so.
So what was his comment here?
But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done.
Okay, so here, Ethan addresses that 7. Wait. Oh no, not Destiny. Oh God. From what I remember, Hassan addressed this issue.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
From I don't know what fucking stream this is. There's no way for me to fucking actually look at the fucking streams because I don't know where they're. Why is Chris Bound there? Why this has happened? So anyway, so I think Hassan, from what I remember, is he addressed that the things that happened in October 7th were a tragedy, and especially if we're highlighting the rapes, he also said that in the face of war, things like deaths, rapes are always going to be a thing that's always to be parang magkasama. It's always going to be tied together, and it's
like that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like...
Yeah. So basically what he's saying here is like, though we know that the Palestinians have been under an apartheid state, basically Israel, for many, many years, because they have been, how do I say, occupying the homeland of the Muslims or the Palestinians that lived there originally, because
so good. They have magical bullets.
Yeah. So any type of, like, what I call this, resistance will always, is not always a force of good. So let's parang, how do I say this? Parang, if we're going to look at it in a way, if let's say this in a unique perspective as a Filipino, you know the history of Filipinos, that we have been under the rule of the Spaniards for like hundreds and hundreds of years, and within that span of hundreds of years, there are a lot of revolutionaries. I mean, it's not only the Spaniards, Spain, Japan, America, a lot of countries basically, and in the span of those years, the revolutionaries were not perfect. They were not all righteous people. They were not all righteous people. They did their own atrocity at all the wrong things that they did. All right. So
Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good.
I'm not really defending that the Palestinian or the Hamas forces are like doing the right thing. They're not. But yes, the Hamas rapes are always going to be a direct consequences of a resisting force or a war that's being fought for hundreds and hundreds of years
Good. They have magical
of
bullets.
being
It's not
subjugated
perfect.
under a very powerful.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hassan, and his community was that I am in favor of a two-state solution while they are in favor of a one-state solution. Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
Borders.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're saying Israel in
85%.
response. Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948. Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew. We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony.
Kind of hard to evaluate the things that he's saying without the actual references of the things that he have put on screen. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe. I'm gonna.
Of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel are surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state, and considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal.
They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal.
Called the West Bank settlements an abomination.
Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots.
I don't get it. If he agrees that Netanyahu should be replaced as a Israeli leader, why wouldn't he agree on like like having a conversation with the native people of the native people that resided in Palestine, and having Netanyahu be overthrown, or not really overthrown, I said by Hassan, democratically replaced, as he agrees.
Zealots, they're monsters, they're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets. When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion. My only crime is wanting a two-state solution instead of one, and thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And because of Hassan and others spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs, I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory.
Bro, don't harass
That's
people
sad.
outside.
That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. I feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist,
Bro,
man.
look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck.
Hating in
bro.
money.
You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country. A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro! I love you, Hassan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're like you're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay, 3, 2,
Tough.
1.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay.
It's the funny thing about me. I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
Taking over these ships, they started targeting the ships.
People on
And
this
then
helicopter right now?
Vegas
Yes,
they're
included
streaming
in
this?
the drama,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, they're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrent. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hassan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond, social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to put emphasis.
So yeah, the way propaganda works is something. Propaganda isn't propaganda if you know that it's happening. No one in this world is always conscious that they are being propagandized in every media that they see online or in real life. And you can't really blame people for that. I don't know. my opinions on propaganda because I'm also vulnerable to I am also very vulnerable of being influenced by propaganda myself, and there are also things that I believe that we should use that we should use propaganda as something to help us advance more helpful ideas and more progressive ideas and more things that will move the society forward to a better future. And
on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel where, for example, Hassan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hassan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
With robust social safety nets.
Cold radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher
like
unionization
Ethan
rates.
is not saying that capitalism is also doing this type of propaganda where they also capture the young people and influence them in the ways of capitalism, and I don't get it.
A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no,
for the record.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm not calling
I'm a
you that.
propagandist.
I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then I want to
I'm saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you
put
even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hassan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude.
Don't you hate libs? I hate libs. Libs cannot make a decision. They're very center. How do you call this? They do not make a decision on their own fucking self. Like they stay with the popular answer. Like they don't make their own informed decision. I don't get it. Why don't you hate liberals?
I do.
I hate liberals.
them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude. Liberals are the most scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals.
The thing liberals do is whatever is the most popular opinion is, that's their opinion. That's why I'm saying they're very center, which is why that's why he's saying they're very scummy, is because what is the most popular opinion right now? Simply, it's always going to be the right-leaning opinions or the more conservative opinions, because that's what we've been exposed to, what has been in society for a very, very long time, which is something we are trying to slowly change. And liberals, neoliberals, are people who do not have their own opinions. They're just there in the middle, and they're not in the middle because they choose whatever is the most easiest or the most popular opinion that is available, and the most popular opinion is always going to be right-leaning ideas. which annoys him because these types of people don't have any type of like parang sariling opinion ba, their own fucking thought.
Are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this
It's so hateful, bro.
capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately.
Bro,
and
we're
I
only
felt
like
guilty for my
24 minutes
participation in
like...
mainstreaming Hassan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hassan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far, and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened, and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation, after mainstreaming someone like Hassan, to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps of intellectual giants.
One thing
as
we've been hearing
nothing
for weeks.
but a simple man.
Now,
A
is
simple
that the
man
left
who understands
needs a Joe
right
Rogan?
from wrong.
Yeah.
I
You're an
sometimes
important,
that's all that
influential
matters.
voice to a
The
lot of
Democratic
people.
Party can-
I'm an idiot, I'm a dumb bimbo, I don't know what I'm talking about.
And there are some things
I've gotten numb to criticism like this. It's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out because I make content out of it. I think it's funny and fun.
And there are baby settlers as well.
Yeah, fuck you, bloodthirsty, violent
It doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. ExpressVPN is an app that lets you change your location. Let's see what you can do with this power. Well, you can sign up for Netflix from a different country, but why would you want to do that? It was $14. It's now $3.66. Okay, but it even gets better than that. Netflix and all the streaming apps have different catalogs for each region. So let's say, for example, I want to watch some Dragon Ball Z Broly, but it's not available in the USA. Psych! All you need to do is switch locations to Canada, refresh, and boom! That easy and fast Dragon Ball Z time. I use these websites to help find whatever shows I'm looking for. You can type in the show you want, and it will show you which region to connect to. The amount of content I have access to is insane. It's super easy to use. It's an app you connect to, and then you pick which country you want to connect to. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Go to expressvpn.com/H3H3 for 4 free months, or scan the QR code, or go to the link in the description. Thank you so much to ExpressVPN. And now, back to our program. Meanwhile, at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing on a new advertising vertical.
My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives, the influencers, Hassan, nice to see you, Frogan, front row. I am here to present to you an extraordinarily exciting opportunity. We have not tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic, okay? Because you're gonna wanna panic when I tell you, but listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars, eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Twitch is perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting. Hassan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hassan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen. And
Hassan has never been on the front page of Twitch. Never seen him in the
gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Twitch! Here's the thing, with help from people like Hassan,
you got 10 million
terrorism
from
is
that?
like in the
That's
eyes
crazy.
of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists,
I don't know.
they're... Go ahead.
There's a lot of reasons
Go ahead.
that I need to
He knows.
look into this.
Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with you? And another one. The resistance isn't perfect. Right? You gotta crack some eggs, man. Hassan, you know socialism didn't buy you that car.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024, I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really. A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess.
What is this?
What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist?
Okay, I feel like...
Forget a religion. Hassan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone subbed to this idiot.
Wait, I feel like Ethan has the wrong idea when it comes to socialism. Okay, let's be simple here, alright? Like keep it simple. Like socialist. What is a socialist? Socialist define. Let Google fucking define what a socialist is. A person who advocates and or practices socialism, adhering or based to the principle of socialism. And what is socialism? A political and economic theory of social organization in which advocates the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned and regulated by the community as a whole. And from what I'm understanding here is that
Hassan, you...
If I knew that this is what...
Is that...
A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess.
Sure. Socialism does not have anything to do with the wealth of a person. Like, it doesn't. I mean, look at it. Look at the definition right there. It doesn't have anything to do with the wealth of a person. And I feel like
is he thinking?
Or that designer dog?
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all year.
Very cute, by the way.
His dog is like came from an adoption center, so I was watching that stream. There was a lot of cute dogs there, and I feel like, what is he doing? This is clearly wrong. What is the? I was in the stream where he was like adopting his new dog, Kaya. Okay, love Kaya. What's on? Kaya Piker. Look at that. Look, he's so cute. And yeah, Kaya is... Oh my god, there's already... Hoarding wealth is cool now. 200k plus a month, splurging on pointless shit when he could have been progressing the socials. And maybe financing small streamers, or maybe by shit, pay your fucking mods. Like everybody yet, or is the well. How does he know? Does he know that he actually pays it? He pays his streamers? I don't know if he actually does, but anyways. Tangent. He got his dog from an adoption center. I watched the stream. Back then it was like a fucking long time ago. I think he searched for dogs for like a lot. I don't know if it was like 1 or 2 streams, but whenever he went to like an adoption center, he would always pay for the, what do you call that? Yung adoption fees ng all of the dogs inside that adoption center. So I don't get it. Why is he calling his dog a designer dog when clearly the dog was adopted in a what do you call this? In a adoption center. Clearly that's not a designer dog. Kaya. Hassan adopts Kaya. Yeah, look at that. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. He's a big baby.
What's going on, everybody?
He's a big baby.
I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, a fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. Because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is a very special. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday, and on Sundays we have a lot of fun. But more importantly, folks, it's Sunday Pup Day. I'm not even gonna do anything. I'm just gonna straight up go right into it. I'm gonna straight up go into it because you don't want to see me. You don't want to see. Let me start from the beginning, okay? Many years ago, I had a wonderful friend. You can probably see him in the emotes all around the stream. His name was Fish, okay? He was a beautiful, wonderful life partner pit bull that I got when I was in the market for getting a new dog, or getting a dog in general, for my first ever dog. And unfortunately, we had 5 wonderful years together, but he passed away in the beginning of COVID because he had cancer. He was a beautiful pit bull. Well, after that, I took some time to, recover and waited for, a couple years now, almost on 3 years. Yeah. I told my community for a very long time that I was going to eventually get a new dog. I was eventually going to adopt a new puppy. And the time is now, folks. We're going to shelters today to kickstart the process. Now let me explain something. This is just starting the process. So I'm going to lay down some ground rules. Some specific ground rules are I'm looking for certain breeds. Number 1 is a Bernese Mountain Dog. I think Bernese Mountain Dogs are very cute. I think they're very cool. I'm looking.
All right. Let's
Time is now. Many of you already know that I used to have a wonderful furry little fellow by the name of Fish, and I will be getting. I have March right here. The camera. Myung coming hot off the heels of a 24-hour stream. She's basically delusional right now. Fusli, Leslie, who's here, and she might even.
Adoption centers. You can see. Look at the babes. Woo! Woo! You got 2 different eyes. Woo!
Dogs are
very cute.
The dogs might be right.
Okay. That's a good. You're so right.
Yeah, for you. Oh, dude, they have iPads with dogs now. You can just order a dog like a McDonald's kiosk.
Taylor
There's a dog called Taylor.
The dog's name is Taylor. Look, it's like my shirt.
Dog if we find, and the field to have the sickest job on the planet.
Awesome. I'm doing it.
It's crazy. You get to play with dogs and cats as your job. That's insane. This is a very important decision that I'm not taking lightly because I want to, this is like a commitment. It's a very important commitment, and I think people should understand that if they're going to go out and adopt a dog. Cane Corso will just usually
There's
give them up.
mastiff puppies.
Mastiff?
They're only 4 or 5 weeks old, so like I said, they're not able to be adopted up until they're at least 8 weeks.
Here, my heart is racing a little bit. Off out of the mouth, so I definitely want.
She's so quiet. Oh my gosh, she's so baby.
Oh my god, look at it.
Okay, this is I'm gonna cry.
This is already gonna be. Yo, look at that husky.
Every one of my friends was always like, oh, just foster. It's like, I will love the dog too much. There's no shot I would ever foster. It's a trap. Fostering is a trap. I mean, I don't know how people do it. I guess a lot of people that foster already have a dog. But if I foster dogs, I would just have 1,000 dogs at the end of the day. So, this dog is incredible.
He's such a good dog. Yes.
He's on a special diet. No treats.
Why?
No treats for him.
Get this girl some treats now.
You're such a good dog.
Oh my god, she's
so big.
She's working it. As far as shelters goes, this is obviously a no-kill shelter. That's why you see a lot of older puppies in here as well. This is definitely probably one of the nicest facilities that they have out there. Obviously, it's non-profit. You can donate as well. There's a donation fee as well. I think it's $100. It's very cheap here, but there's other places where the donation fee is much higher.
Ray is just like not listening to the rules at all.
She needs pets.
I forgot to go. I mean, tell them on Instagram.
Oh yeah, right there.
But those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the US Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the Army ads on Twitch? The Army is fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves America more than the Army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word though. They're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime, right? Can't get enough of it. I mean, look at what we've already done with Hassan. You're the fucking man, dude. Happy birthday again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. The prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone. That's part of the past. Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate. I mean, who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow, not somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists, death to America, curse upon the Jews. That's right, that's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys, and let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's get him. If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hassan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hassan as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media.
Wait, the fucking news. CNN, the Vox, CNN, oh my god. Yeah. People's Mag, of course, fucking People's Magazine is there. Okay. The Pew Research Center. Is that like, what do they call those places again? Ben Shapiro. Fox News.
Recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hassan as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hassan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler.
The Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis' Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great. The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hassan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor in to what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because like, that is such Western-focused propaganda. Like, for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
That lines up with leftist values. All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hassan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm so confused. What is
I'm like this guy. I don't know what's going on. I need to research this. Of course, it's a propaganda video.
That's right, my friend. Hassan just played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hassan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
What is going on? Can you explain this? This is a 3-minute video of... What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing, you know?
No. They do like they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking, look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking they start overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're going to enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. Next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything. That lines up with leftist values. Hassan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hassan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a propagandist.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing that Hassan thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hassan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel
He never said that that the yo hi how the hell do I read you? I'm sorry. Really? Hi. Sorry, I'm just going through some motherfucking big ass drama that's going through by the sweep that I was just watching. I feel like I'm very out of my element here, so I'm sorry if I'm not like talking or anything, but what's up, man?
Sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to go back where they came from, Hassan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild. So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah.
That looks like a legit helicopter.
It is a legit helicopter.
This is wild.
So they take it over, and they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh,
and
no.
They're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hassan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year, prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hassan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us.
And MP has no fucking clue what the hell's happening in this video.
What do you mean music video? When you say music video, I'm expecting like...
Poor guy.
Are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
I bet Hassan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hassan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious, But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just, and like, he was like, yo, there's such great dancers.
He literally said that. Hassan literally said that he's a
Wait, is that how it works?
propagandist.
If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hassan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page. That's crazy. Click it. Dude, Hassan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another incident of Hassan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Oh, Hassan, my sweet, naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this?
We still have an hour to go.
What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
This is crazy.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape. Got a beautiful voice too.
Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
There we go. Adkin is
It's been
visible
real
now.
quiet since this dropped, dude.
Now we come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Timothée Chalamet because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hassan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell him that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just having we're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hassan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hassan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did caught with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him, yeah.
So, I mean, what... That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hassan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships.
Basically,
and they
it's
win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the US
what he
government.
was earlier.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay, that's sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
Does he know what One Piece is?
What if he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now, I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview.
But
And Hassan...
Luffy is a terrorist. I don't think he understands when he has not watched One Piece in that when he... Wait, if he watched it halfway through, I think he should have known that fucking Luffy is a terrorist who topples fucking governments. I don't understand why
went
he's
immediately
saying
into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate, is not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi himself. He's not a pirate, but... you know, I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude who they still to this day call a Houthi terrorist, Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
All right, let's just take Hassan's word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines up.
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours. Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" Meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike, or how Hassan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called "Houthis Use Social Media to Boost Global Prominence and Support"? Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
The whole way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes, that's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do. They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance. Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo unless I saw something different.
Hassan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hassan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hassan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hassan, he dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic. It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think if we're, why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is happening? How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0? I mean, you platformed him. Do you not remember? Did the check not clear or something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter. The endless selfishness, the untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display
How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hassan deploys to sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
Claiming that I am, you know, too pro-Houthi. When someone is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening. He also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? Everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say I'm a stenographer of the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence that I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I am doing
while
the
we're
propaganda
having this
for.
conversation, 3,000 Pierce, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
This technique is so powerful because everyone is afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Pierce Morgan, with decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Pierce. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th. Like Hassan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think nope. Got it.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it
to sidestep any criticism?
What a bigot. Before we move on, Hassan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Now this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him, which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically, okay? Being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy, who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hassan. You should hear about the time she...
I feel like he's generalizing Jews and Zionists. There's a fundamental difference between the two.
And I don't think the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people in a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hassan likes to obfuscate on this and says, nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's Hezbollah. Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks. They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister. They've hijacked civilian airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers. And if you can imagine, that's not even the worst things they've done. They participated in the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only be described as a genocide. They are a designated terrorist group by the US, by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Hassan Piker, this man is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hassan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
I don't have an issue with them.
If we search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew, the murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million. Okay? Like it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
this is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy. He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Knowledge.
And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods, you might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that, but ultimately this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Knowledge.
I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim, okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim. So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hassan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say? Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this. They just kind of were there.
Hey,
Hell yeah, another slick political saved by boots on the ground Hassan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever. Hassan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires? And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses in Qatar. That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They killed it all, they're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And
so if they're all dead, who's funding them? Ethan, I don't get it.
Nobody would be crazy
The
enough to
billionaires
defend
are
that.
dead. Where are the rockets coming from?
No, is this Islam again? Hassan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay. We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can. In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hassan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's gonna miss their hospitality. Like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part.
Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave, they're going to be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way. Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
Is that COD?
He does this frequently.
1 minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hassan.
Quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
He's done it again. We love you.
That's crazy.
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well. They're saying like artisanal snipers. So why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay? You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation, okay? Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has no good
really
reason.
not saying anything? Oh. He's saying that America did this. Americans. He's talking about the European occupation of America, where they mostly killed the native people of the Americas and settled America to be their natural land, or the place, or these Europeans that settled in America to be their land and not the Native Americans' land.
Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda.
I don't really get it.
But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel has a right to defend itself.
What rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again.
Like these clips that Ethan is showing is like not fully contextualizing on what the hell is happening in the clip or what Hassan has been saying in the clip. Maybe if he showed something more than 10 seconds.
Doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this.
I feel like he's saying it doesn't change the dynamic this much because Palestinians also experience the same thing towards the Israelis, the rapes, the deaths, because they have been slowly pushed towards being pushed out of their homes.
Problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hassan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hassan
did
needs a
address
rape
that
kit
UN
from a
report,
mutilated body.
that
It's so vile
there
to
is
deny
a-
the suffering and trauma of the
He's not
victims
really
just because you
denying
need
it.
your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hassan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hassan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner. What is this?
Now he has a fucking bandana.
And now, let's move
Goddamn.
on to our next terrorist organization, Twitch TV.
Damn. Click on Twitch.
Sinwar.
Terrorist.
Nasrallah. Dan Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization. It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50, which he reversed after backlash. He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing. Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees. That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hassan. He really likes Hassan. Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hassan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hassan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hassan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm cooked.
Happy birthday. birthday from Twitch, Hassan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hassan Piker. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay? Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there, and now you're in your stories feed. Okay?
Okay.
What's a creep? That's not being a
very
creep.
nice. That's also
Not being a creep, he's just following women. Is that a creepy behavior? That's where they make their content. I don't get it.
Okay? Okay. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there. And now you're in your stories.
That creepy, he follows those women. He watches their content, so I don't get it.
Okay.
okay. That's very nice. That's also
You have a seat on that chair.
okay.
What were you doing with your pants there?
You know, Dan, I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
You want to see clips? Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking, you get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude. You got a wife, man. Got daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses.
Okay.
All right, so he's incompetent.
Why is he implying that
creep.
he's
protecting
up on his
terrorist
employees?
propagandists.
Something.
So what's up? So
That's
what's the
something
big
else.
deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why didn't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hassan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards.
Bro, 100 viewers is a lot for Twitch. I mean, look at me. Like, what the fuck?
Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know.
I don't think
It's
he
important for
understands
me to show
100
you
viewers
guys
is
what
a
an
lot
actual
for one
horrible person
streamer.
Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where like 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And like ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated 10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Between like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is.
That's crazy.
Your money there.
That's why you're Ludwig don't like her.
About whether that's worthwhile.
Take. I know Arabs are dying, but you know, I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not actively believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like what do you want? Do you want me to say like congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, "No kids, you need to give that 10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test."
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Based? Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th, 2023,
the morning of the massacre,
at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time.
At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians. Here's what she tweeted.
Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said. It's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתרחבו, תמצאו מקום, תתרחבו. אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הלחם, אי אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long. Dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year long. This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Awards, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star.
From what I heard, this is not
by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated.
Here. She gets nominated Rising Star Award at like 2 years ago. And then she gets nominated again this year or last year's Streamer Awards, which from what I remember, she was not looking at. Wait, streamer. Here. So this is the one that Mr. Ethan is talking about. I was here, I was voting. And I didn't really see her see her name here. Ang pangalan na din ng award is Rising Star. Here. Rising Star. And as you can see, 12 out of 27, 29. Rising Star. This one goes to 1,000 viewers, blah 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 blah. We can see that there's Mr. Arthur, Arky, and Young Dabo. And then we don't see Frogan here. They've clearly replaced this Park and Harbor with Frogan, which I don't know why and
Rising
how.
Star again. Are they
this,
fucking with her?
How
you
he
can't
fucked
be
it up.
Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit? Because Frogan is the two-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment. Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now, why does Love Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel.
It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But it's like those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffes.
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist. That was a joke. That was just a joke in my.
Stand up. Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah,
it has to be.
That's easy. That's definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pulled me, one of the best-known Jewish creators, and immediately put me in Sabra. Hassan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists, once again calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the, you guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish,
why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail?
One of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game. Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen? Schindler? Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real. It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors too, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch? Ban. Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in? What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that unfortunately you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy.
Horrible explanation.
You just posted an explanation of what happened on Twitch support. Please look at this tweet. Sorry about the oversight on the campaign.
On Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they'll be closing your case at this?
Horrible explanations on Twitter.
I both email and phone number signups for people while this is happening in the platform, spreading terrorist propaganda and rape.
That were
Why do we believe community notes?
Community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they know? Accounts notice that. That's impossible. Big me on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know. This is all very fishy. A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that. That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all unbanned and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the
they got
holy
banned
trinity
again
of
from what I know.
anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All three of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those three creators at that exact time, and being three of the best known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message. And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist.
And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV. Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened. That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side? This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this
if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane. So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules. Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no.
Why is this guy here? This guy is a fucking sex pest.
Point of doing it. Like it's too the risk of me like ending up getting like permabanned and my life destroyed because of these like inbred
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
disgusting
his life
losers
is
is like
definitely
it's just not worth
destroyed.
it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred.
The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
اسألوا أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي واسألوا عن الحشد العسكري.
Hassan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hassan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hassan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do
What is
they do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hassan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is. For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hassan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson, who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats. Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hassan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It'll just be so.
Is that the league streamer? Yeah, Destiny does need to shut the fuck up.
Easy to just, it will solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hassan infiltrating mainstream media. Hassan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hassan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know, and they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
Yeah, fuck Hassan. I fucking hate that man. He needs to shut the fuck up. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of points that I was not able to address clearly. Because this is not this type of content is not what I excel at or am good at defending, or am I even near at being familiar with it. But I feel like there are some things that I was able to point out that was a little bit of some inconsistencies or maybe some holes in his argument, which didn't really make sense for me. Or yeah, maybe I can go ahead and like visit this video again and like look at the points that Ethan has made in the video and maybe do some little research and maybe come back again with another stream to like parang maybe look at see if his like arguments are legitimate. And yeah, damn, this is like some uncle shit. This is some uncle shit behavior right here from me. Like, what am I doing? Why am I just going through news? I'm getting fucking old. This is crazy. Anyways, we're not gonna play HSR today. Obviously we can't. I don't have time. It's been 3 hours, nearly 3 hours. So let's just fucking scroll through X the everything app, which is crazy. Okay. See, nope. Oh yeah, putang ina, I've been seeing clips of Speed in fucking WWE.
Speed! What? Speed! What? You're in the Rumble. Go! What you mean? Are you serious? Speed! You're in the Rumble.
Bro, it's Triple H.
No, I'm not ready. Go! What you mean? Go! Throw people over the top rope.
Let's go! Touchdown! This is why it was But they don't have fucking signal, bro. Dude, I love wrestling. Clearly they don't have fucking internet. Oh, if you watch any video about the content, look, let it be this one. Perfectly said. Amazing content from Chris Kunzler. Okay, let's watch this since we just got off the fucking video.
Watched all of Ethan Klein's content nuke about Hassan, and it is nearly 2 hours of McCarthyist drivel spewed by a man with seemingly an increasingly loose grip on reality, a very, very weak grip on politics, especially foreign policy, and even in...
So, what is McCarthyism? McCarthyism is basically the Red Scare. It's an McCarthyism. There we go. McCarthyism. it's basically the fear of I think the McCarthyism, the name of the period in America, that saw Senator Joseph McCarthy of Wisconsin produce a series of investigations hearings in the 1950s in an effort to expose communist infiltrations in various areas of the U.S. government. The term has since become by name of defamation of character or reputation by means of widely publicized discriminatory allegations, and especially on the basis of unsubstantiated charges. Okay. Basically this is like, at the time it was about the Red Scare. The way that people use McCarthyism now is basically to what do you call that? Right here. It's something for when a person claims what do you call this? Claims things that are not of like any importance or of substance because it is shallow something.
Israel and Palestine. Now, Ethan always tries to hide behind the idea that he's pro-Palestinian because he's willing to condemn the settlements and Netanyahu, but he's nothing more than a liberal Zionist. The video in of itself is proof. Why on earth are you engaging in the McCarthyist nonsense that has been deployed by Western governments to protect Israel, claiming that all of the people protesting against it are evil terror sympathizers who want to destroy America and the West? The fact is that these people are sick of the horrifying violence that America and its little colonies like Israel inflict on people all over the world. And I think it bears mentioning, as Bad Empanada has, by every single metric that Ethan uses to accuse people of being a terror sympathizer or even an active participant in it, his wife, Hila Klein, is undeniably a participant. She served in the Israeli military, openly mentioned how she was bored of her desk job, so wanted to go into a raid into the Palestinian city of Ramallah. And by the way, in these raids, they just break into people's houses and arrest them late at night, terrorizing them and their families with weaponry. And this is actually the crux of the problem with Ethan's video. He is unwilling to see the connection between the behavior of Israelis like Hila, who serve in the Israeli military and maybe disagree with the settlements somewhat ideologically, but are in the West Bank protecting them. And throughout, Ethan whitewashes the crimes of Israel. He calls it a country of refugees and over again pushes this point of, oh, Israelis aren't all white colonizers. They're actually half of them of Arab Jewish people from the Middle East. But this doesn't change anything. The Arab Jewish people were brought over as part of the Zionist project.
Yep.
In fact, they were only brought after the Second World War because there were not many Jewish people left in Europe because of the extermination that had occurred against them. And the reason it wasn't done until after the Second World War is because Israel was a colonial project made up of Europeans, and you can literally read the opinions of their first leader, David Ben-Gurion, about the Mizrahi people. He did not like them at all. And this is because Israel was a racist settler colonial project that wanted nothing to do with the native and indigenous people of the Middle East, but rather, as Theodore Herzl put it, to form a rampart of Europe juxtaposed against barbarism. And the final point I'd like to make is that for someone who's ostensibly pro-Palestinian, Ethan spends his time demonizing Palestinians entirely as evil terrorists. He doesn't mention what motivates their resistance or what might lead them to actually target Israel.
Yep, he never did. Never explained why Hamas did those actions against Israel.
For example, take very early on in the video where Ethan says, oh, Israel's constantly at war with its neighbors. Why is it at war with its neighbors?
Yeah.
Because it invades them over and over again. Take Lebanon in 1982. Israel launched an invasion of the country premised on absolute nonsense of destroying the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Because like Ethan is claiming about Hamas and other organizations now, they were allegedly evil terrorists who couldn't be dealt with. Israel destroyed places like Beirut, killed over 10,000 people, and inflicted horrors on the people there. And yet in Ethan's video, oh, Israel's just at war with people. He's unwilling to actually engage with the history of Israel and how it was a settler colonial project that was only made possible after it got imperial backing from the British through the Balfour Declaration in 1917, and then eventually removed the British from the land and has since had support from the Americans and the entire West. And so, Ethan, if even early Zionists like Ze'ev Jabotinsky, whose ideology went on to inspire the Likud party, could see in 1920 that no indigenous people are willing to give up their land for free and will always stand up and fight back, why are you making near 2-hour videos demonizing people for having some sympathy and understanding of why Palestinians might engage in armed resistance and why this is in no way equivalent to the behavior of countries like Israel or their backers like America, who on any metric have committed far greater crimes than any Palestinian organization?
That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I think we are understanding it a little bit more and more. Very nice, very nice. I wish she'd crush my skull. I mean, stop. Nope, nope, boring. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. This is...
He's not thinking about. Yes, he
Yo.
is.
I hate Logan Paul. I hate Logan Paul. Oh god. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my lord. Yo. Oh shit. Man. Pretty cool. Look at mine. Sonny did a good job. Yeah, those do look cool. Why am I seeing some pointless ass post here? I don't care. Let's go to my following. Japanese, I can't understand. Rich the Kid really has a word. My microwave is now an oven. What did she exactly? Oh, she got an upgrade. That's nice. I don't. Maybe I'm a bit too critical over PC case. But I don't know. Maybe if that's what she loves, you know. Oh god, Crucial. I guess Crucial is good enough. No, bro. Oh, wait, no. She has an AM4 system. Ooh. I was like, why would you buy a fucking SSD? Just go. Just go. What do you call that again? What do you call those? NVMe. M.2s. I'm like, yep. I forgot that M.2s doesn't work on AM3, or maybe it does. Or maybe her motherboard isn't like an AM3 that supports M.2s. I'm using M.2s, like, bro, it's so fast. My PC opens up so fast, so good. All right, let's have some music on. while I just scroll on some content. Okay, I've learned my lesson not to open blurred. Oh, VTuber face reveal, very pretty. The placer isn't so nice. Where is this? Is this like in the Philippines or something? The mountain don't look familiar. Oh, Mira is still fucking. Is she's still here? Still streaming. Been a while. Okay. Arknight's end game. End game. Is this Arknight's or is this Arknight's what do you call that? The Arknights, just the Arknights game, not the new one. It kinda looks cool. Not gonna lie, it kinda looks cool. Man, Arknight's art is never bad or boring or pretty much the same thing. Bald. Oh, that's so cute. Ang cute ng ano niya. Sylveon, bro. Bro, if I had the money, I actually want to get this Sylveon card. Sylveon is like my favorite evolution. Why do I like Sylveon? Because pink. Because it's pink. Of course. Because it's pink. Why else would I love her? It's fucking pink, bro. Okay. That one time I played this game. Why is the fucking video ass? Oh. Yeah. Why is the video quality so ass?
You wanna go tango? Yo, we go tango. You and me. Another one.
The grapple king.
Let's go, another one.
Okay. That's nice. We will force them to commit harakiri. Senatorial hopeful Luke Espiritu firmly stated that if elected in 2025, just... Yes! How can he do that though? But, you know. That's something. Alright. Oh. Hey, yo. Guess I'm V Shoujo now. Do you know who? Hey. Alright. I have a problem with this post. This bitch. This bitch. I sent him this fucking screenshot. This man literally stole my content. This is my screenshot. I asked Meta AI for this because I was fucking around with AI last night because I really desperately wanted to get into DeepSeek. And I'm not gonna lie, Meta AI is kinda ass. Because a Baron Emperor, to my knowledge, is not a part of Bisojo. That's a surprise to me. Even a surprise to him. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Okay, you know what I should do? Is there like a Bisojo account? Like a Bisojo? Get this man. What are you doing? What are you doing? let the whole even go even deeper, like, bro. Meta AI is so ass. It's so ass. Such a nice little wait. I have like a question here. The VGen whatever this is, the VTuber card game, or is this more like of a collectible thing rather than a game? 'Cause I don't know. It looks, the cards, they look pretty, man. They look pretty, but I'm not much of a card guy, because I'm not really the type to keep these types of stuff without losing them in the end. That's why I'm not very, anong tawag dun? I don't collect. Look, I mean, these phenomenal. They look amazing, but I do not have I'm not getting the urge to like collect them. Very pretty, very nice. I'd like to have the Sylveon card. Maybe that's the one that I want to like fucking have, because I love Sylveon. Basically, like my first EV. I think my first evolution in like, what's the 3DS game, Pokemon game? That one. That's where I never really used EV. Not really until like that moment. Anyways, Rivals. Oh, ito yung VTuber Rivals that this Real Kamana is like hosting, and now it's being sponsored by Jocat. Jocat that made that song about loving women, all kinds of women, which is great. I am in league with this man. I am a simp for women. I love women. Some women, not all of them. Keep scrolling, like, what the fuck's up, bro? Like, give me some updates. What the fuck's happening? Nothing else. Pretty much nothing else. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe random. The Orcman, he's been gone for a while, but he started streaming again, which is fucking great. Wah 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 wah. Nothing else? Is there anything else? Nothing. I feel like this is the end of it, the end of the stream. And just to summarize, the whole stream was just about one that I'd really love to get back to, and once I get to research the stuff that I need to research, and yeah, I'm quite excited to know more of the truths of what Mr. Ethan production has provided us with. Like, bro, I can't wait. Anyways, it's been fucking 3 hours. That's crazy. I love reacting. I'm barely even tired. like, bro. Let's see if there's other things that we can do. I do not want to raid anyone. I'm not gonna do that. But let's see. No one's streaming. No one that I know, at least, or close and personal. Oh, this man. I know this man. Knock. Right to know you want to drop in and collaborate. Nah, bro, that's embarrassing. A friend of mine. Crazy. You gotta you gotta rest. You gotta rest now at some point. This motherfucker has been streaming since like last night. Hey. Let's see what he says. I don't even think he's like conscious anymore.
You got to rest now some point.
Yeah, no, he's probably conked out though. Oh no, that's his friend. He's probably conked out of his mind, bro.
Crazy, you gotta rest now at some point. Yeah, I will at like 12 a.m.
Jesus.
My proper sleeping time.
Jesus.
Or 11. Oh, he's a high Templar.
Yeah, well, I guess I gotta end it here. I'm gonna end myself. I mean, in a video game, apparently you can't make those types of comments. Maybe you can. Anyways, thank you for the stream. Maybe I'll get back to you with that fucking drama one. With the drama once we've collected some information and confirmed some information about that fucking drama. It was really juicy though. It was really nice. And yeah, pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye, bitches. Like, goodbye. Goodbye. Wait. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Oh yeah, Baron is also having a celebration stream, so